Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are putting 3 contour products to the test, battling them out. I have the NYX High Definition Blush in Taupe, which I have never used before. I have my KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting Powder, and I have my Kat Von D Shade and Light Palette. Okay guys, so today we are just going to contour, trying to use 3 separate products at once. We might only be able to use 2, but let's see what we can do. This is just gonna be kind of a short, quick video, but I wanted to see if the NYX blush in Taupe, which is a pretty well-known contour for people with more light skin. I wanted to see if it is as good or comparable to high-end contour products that are well-known for being really good contour products. I have my base down, I have concealer, I have powder, I have eyebrows, I even have my eyes primed for a different video that I will be filming also today. So without further ado, let's just get right on into the video. So I want to first start off by kind of comparing colors. I don't know if we're going to be able to use these side by side. Clearly this is much darker than the KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting Powder in Light. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing sculpting powder. I'm obsessed with it. However, I just feel like I don't know how we're gonna be able to compare them when they're so different. So we'll see how we can do this. So this Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, these 2 shades are pretty dang similar. This shade, the NYX shade, and this shade on the side. And that is the one I prefer to use. I mixed the 2, but like I could just do this and this. This is an incredible contour palette. These powders are so freaking buttery and so smooth and the easiest to blend out, like so easy. These products are definitely my 2 favorite contour products ever. I will say they are both so buttery and so blendable. This is just a little bit more subtle than these, so it just depends on what I'm going for on that day. But this is definitely like so much lighter, but it's so good for fair and light skin girls. And if you have medium skin tone, I know that they have a medium shade, and I would hope that they have a dark deep shade in the KEVYN AUCOIN line as well. There's not a ton else to say except for this is so tried and true for me, as well as the KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting Powder. But I have heard so many people talk about the NYX blush in Taupe, and that is one of their favorite contour products, especially I think it's $5 or $6, whatever it is. I'll put it on the screen right now, but it is such a steal. If it's really that good of a contour product, then hey, I would rather pay $6 than $45 or $40. I believe this is $40. That is a high price. So let's put it to the test. I am going to start by taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna contour with this shade, which I feel like is the, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna slightly mix this, most of this, with a little bit of this darker shade, because I feel like that's probably the perfect match. This is just very gray toned, and I think it's actually a little bit more gray toned than these contour shades, so we will just kind of have to play around with it. Okay, you guys, I'm taking, as I was saying, mostly this with a little bit of this. I'm gonna contour this side of my face. See how buttery that is? It just blends out so beautifully. Nice chiseled cheekbone compared to no cheekbone. I'm gonna take that also along my jawline. And on half of my double chin, I'm gonna try and leave, we'll see how well that goes, but I'm gonna try and leave this half for the next one. I thought of a good idea. I will take the KEVYN AUCOIN powder for my forehead sculpting, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about with how perfect of a shade this is for like fair and light skin tones. It just looks so natural, like it's insane. Okay, now that my forehead is contoured with such an amazing product, but incredibly pricey product, let's do the NYX one on this side of my face. Now, I have a feeling this is gonna be really pigmented and a little less forgiving, so I'm going to definitely tap off most of the product. And I've also never used it before, I've only swatched it, so I definitely don't know how this is going to go, so I want to be a little careful. Taking it down the jaw, and then I'm going to put it on this side of my double chin. Okay, I'm gonna take my little nose contour brush and take the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and contour this side of my nose. And I accidentally just started contouring my nose with that again on this side. So I'm gonna try and wipe a lot of it off. Okay, so let's go in with the NYX one and contour the other side of my nose. And we'll just take a little bit more of the NYX one and contour right under my lower lip to make it look a little bit more defined. Okay, so I actually think that the NYX side did blend out really well. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. I don't feel like it went on patchy at all. The only thing I will say is I feel like it picks up really purple on my skin tone, which might not come across on camera, but in person I can tell it's a little bit more like, the gray is so gray that it's a little bit more purpley. Does that make sense? Whereas the Kat Von D side just looks a little bit more like ashy with a little bit of warmth, but like the perfect amount. I think if you have a much cooler skin tone than I do, then the NYX would be perfect for you. But because I slightly have those peachy undertones, I feel like it picks up a lot more purple. Does that make sense? The forehead contour looks great because it's the KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting powder, which is just such a smooth, buttery, blendable powder. And this side also looks amazing because it is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. But I genuinely think this powder works really, really well too. I think it is just going to depend on the type of skin tone you have, because I think this is going to be a really good contour powder for a lot of people. And to be honest with you, I could probably get away with it too, but because I have an eye for makeup, I guess you could say, I definitely feel like it's a little bit more like purpley, whereas this is a little bit more like ashy, but like slightly warm. I just don't know how else to describe it. I will be bronzing up later, so it might warm up this side and make it not look so purpley. But I will say, like, final thoughts, I know this is a quick video, you guys, but final thoughts, I think this is actually a really, really, really awesome contour powder, and it's $5 or $6, and I think it's gonna work really, really well for fair and light-skinned girls. And I also think that medium, like light to medium, could definitely get away with this because it is a deeper shade, and you can tell it's deeper than most of these shades in the Kat Von D contour palette, and it is obviously much deeper than the KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting powder in light. I think it'd be more comparable to the KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting powder in medium, so that's why I say I think medium skin tone girls can also get away with this. If you are looking for a nice drugstore option for contour, I would highly recommend the NYX HD Blush in Taupe. All in all, I do prefer my KEVYN AUCOIN Sculpting powder or my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, only because it doesn't pick up as purple, but that is such a minor complaint I have. I do think the NYX HD Blush in Taupe is 100% worth it, but if you have warmer undertones like me, or if you have like an olive undertone, it may just be a little bit too purple for you. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give this video a thumbs up for me, and also hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see 3 videos I post a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you didn't already know, I do have a giveaway going on. It ends November 6th. I will put it in an info card right above me, but it will also be linked down in the description box. Don't forget to check that out. There are some really, really awesome products that I adore so much in that giveaway. Really quickly, if you guys have tested out any of these contour products, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and don't forget to hit up my social medias at KendraCus. I'll put them on the screen right now. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Follow me on there to see what I am doing on a day-to-day basis. Okay guys, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
And you can hit my line like 24/7 all day, all night.